Hi there. I'm going to show you how to find the area of a couple simple polygons. So the first thing I'll do is just add a square here, and I'll make it centered better. And so to find the area here, squares are easy, there's nothing to this. You can see that the length of this side is 2. You can see that the length of this side is 2. And then all you do is multiply them. The area equals 2 times 2, which is 4. And we'll make it a tiny bit harder. We're going to say, what would happen if these 2 points were over, let me see, 1? Well, that changes things only a little bit. That means that the length of this side is now 3. So the area is now 3 times 2. Well, area is now 6. So that's all really simple. Everybody knows that, hopefully. The only thing that's a little tricky is if you say, what would happen if these 2 points were joined together? Now we have a triangle. So, oops. So what we're going to do is really largely the same thing. There's really nothing to this. We're going to say the base is 3, and then the line here, which we call the height is perpendicular to the base. They always make a straight or a perpendicular or right angle, and it goes to the point. And that's the height. So the height is 2, because we can see, it goes 2 grid lines. That's all there is to that. It's 2. So then to find the area, excuse me, to find the area, we do basically the same thing that we did with the rectangle. It's still 2 over here, 2 times 3, and the only thing is that we subtract this area and this area. And those are the same as the area we're trying to find. So it's actually half of the rectangle that we had before, if you can see that. Like if we took this and folded it into there, took this and, I'm exaggerating too much, I need to start over. But it's just half of the rectangle. You have to believe me on this. Bear with me. So we take our base and our height, or height and base, and the base isn't always the bottom. The base can be whichever one you choose. If I wanted to do it differently, I would say this is the base, and going from here to make it perpendicular, something like that would be the height. But I don't know what this length is, and I don't know what that height is, and that's not the most convenient way to do it. These match up with the grid lines, so this is how I'm going to do it. I'll just keep drawing my lines over and over. So 2 times 3, 1/2. So 2 times 3 is 6. Half of that is 3, of course. So the area of this triangle is 3 square units. If these were inches, it'd be 3 square inches. And the only thing that's hard about that is finding the base and the height. The math is nothing. So we'll say, what would happen if it was, if this point was over here? Then you're sitting there and you're saying, well, okay, I'll use this as the base because I know that length. And then to find the height, well, it has to come off the point, and it also has to be perpendicular to this. There's no way to do that. What do we do? You have to come down to here, because it's still perpendicular to this line, because lines go on forever, and you do have a right angle. So that's your height. Your height is still 2. And then your length from here to here, or your base from here to here, is still 3. So the area is exactly the same. The area is still 3 times 2 divided by 2, still just 3. Of course, that's not, I mean, if we move this up somewhere, if we moved it up and over, that would give you a different answer. So you can't assume that the point where the point is doesn't matter, but you can always find a height and a base. So this would be, the height is 3 and the base is 3, and you could even switch those. Doesn't matter. So 3 times 3 is 9, divided by 2 would be 4.5. And that's how you find the area of triangles.